I said to them, an angel picked that phone up because he cares so much about that lady, and he popped it in my pocket, and I can joyfully hand it back to you now. And they looked at me like, wow. And all of us were perplexed. My first encounter with, undeniably for me, at least from my perspective, an angel outrageously blessed me, and most outrageously blessed someone else on our flight. So we sit down, we got upgraded, which was lovely, and we're sitting down in what American calls first class between Washington and our new route now through Houston. And we sit down, I'm in the seats, Kate's next to me, and the ground staff came onto the airplane just as they were about to close the door, and they said, if anybody picked up a cell phone that did not belong to them from the check-in desk, from the gate desk, could they please hit their call button? And, Kate and I, we just were like, well, that's not us. We haven't picked up a phone, so, we're good to go. Well, nobody rang their call bells, and so the flight pushed back. They closed the doors, the flight pushed back, and on we went. Okay, so I'm sitting down and I'm enjoying being in my business class seat, and they come and serve the meal, so the tray comes out, it's really low, flat across my lap. And one of the things that I just cannot stand, I don't know about you guys, is I can't stand it having anything in my pockets that are bulky, especially my front pockets. And so I reluctantly keep my cell phone in my front pocket, but I always make sure that there's nothing in my other pocket, and it always goes in my right-hand pocket, typically. And so, I'm slipping my cell phone in and out, playing Sudoku, writing text messages, etc. And so, I'm very aware of, I've got my cell phone, I'm putting it in both pockets, and so on. About 3/4 of the way through the flight, I get up and I go to the bathroom. And I use the bathroom and, wash my hands, clean the bathroom, use the bathroom, wash my hands, come back out. One of the things I hate is going into a bathroom that's in a terrible state on an airplane and not cleaning it up, because the thought that someone would experience what I experienced is horrible. So I always clean the bathroom up. So I cleaned the bathroom, used the bathroom, then came back to my seat. In 10 seconds, I put my seatbelt across my lap to buckle it in. And as I do that, there is a gigantic cell phone. The type of cell phone, I'm not talking about like an iPhone. I'm talking about the ones that are almost the size of a mini iPad. They're about this long and about this wide. And sticking out of my left-hand pocket, like at least 2 inches, and kind of 2.5 inches, 3 inches wide, is this huge, what do they call those? Android phones, which I'm not an Android guy. I mean, God bless all of you who are. I'm sure they're amazing, but I'm not. Sticking in my pocket like a brick, preventing me from literally putting my belt on, is this huge phone in my left pocket. And I'm like, what in the world? And I pull out this phone. It's got like sunflowers and, it's just huge. And in my opinion, ugly, and clearly belongs to a woman. And I'm like, what is this? And I look at it, and then it occurs to me, this is the lost phone. So I get up, I go straight to the flight attendants, and I say, I just found this cell phone, this enormous brick, sticking out from the top of my pocket in my jeans. And I can only think that it must be the phone that was lost. And they're like, oh, it is. Oh my goodness. The owner is going to be so delighted. And I said, yes, they really will. But can I just say, I want to be really clear, guys. This cell phone was not in my pocket for all of this flight, because I hate big things in my pocket. I would have been unable to have clicked my seatbelt in the first place, and so on and so forth. And they looked at me and they're like, yeah, right, you sure? And I'm like, no, I'm telling you, something supernatural has just happened.
Yeah.
And they're like, yes, I know. I'm glad you saw that you picked up the phone. I'm like, no. I did not go to the desk in a manner in which I would have picked up a phone. I simply walked up to the desk. I asked about the upgrades because I didn't see that we were on the list, and they said, oh, Mr. Smith, you're already upgraded. That's why you're not on the list. You're not showing on the list. You and your wife are already upgraded. I said, thank you very much. I stood there. They passed me my boarding pass. They passed Kate her boarding pass, and we went straight onto the plane, one of the first aboard. There's no way I would have picked up this phone. And if I had have picked up the phone, I would have known there was 2 phones in my pocket because I was in and out of my phone, pulling it in and out with my pockets the whole time. So I said to them, an angel picked that phone up because he cares so much about that lady, and he popped it in my pocket, and I can joyfully hand it back to you now. And they looked at me like, wow. And all of us were perplexed. And they took the phone and they gave it back to the lady who was sitting about 5 or 6 rows back. And we didn't interact with her, but the flight attendant told us she was over the moon that she had her phone back.
Yeah.
It was an amazing, amazing moment, wasn't it, Kate?
Oh, it was. And this lady was flying on to Peru. So to be in a different nation without your phone, we get unhooked with those things. So I wonder if she was a believer, asking God to bring that phone back. But I think what was the funniest thing, you came up to the flight attendant, because I went and used the bathroom while you were out of the seat, and your face was like stunned and shocked. I don't know how this happened. And the look of surprise on your face was genuine. It was like, I have no memory of even picking that up. There was no way that's been in my pocket.
Well, and I've had 2 hours of being very conscious of what is or isn't in my front pockets.
Yeah.
And to suddenly see this huge phone was just such a shock to me. I mean, it stunned me.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And I'm sure some of you, are probably sitting there thinking, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm not sure, Duncan. But for me, and maybe some of you are sitting there thinking, well, if it was an angel, why in the world didn't he just pop it into that lady's purse or into her pocket? And for that, I can say to you, I have no clue.
No.
But what I can say to you is that for me, as a son of my heavenly daddy, it was such a kiss from God, and such a wonderful encounter with supernatural angelic intervention that it blessed me so much. And I just feel that God wants to do the same for all of you. Don't forget to subscribe. Click right here to watch the entire podcast, and click right here to watch our latest podcasts.